Have you ever wondered what the difference is between language acquisition and language learning? Well, it's an intriguing topic that deserves a closer look. Imagine a young child, barely able to walk, yet effortlessly babbling away, mimicking the sounds and words they hear around them. This is the marvel of language acquisition in action. It's the process in which humans, especially infants and young children, unconsciously develop their first language skills. This natural and intuitive process is driven by exposure to a linguistic environment, particularly through interactions with caregivers. It's like soaking up language from the surroundings, with the brain acting like a sponge, absorbing sounds, words, and structures without any conscious effort. Now, consider a high school student hunched over a textbook, scribbling notes as they try to grapple with the complexities of French grammar or Spanish vocabulary. That's language learning for you. It's a conscious process of studying and acquiring a second language or additional languages beyond the first. It typically happens in formal educational settings like classrooms or language courses, but can also involve self-study with textbooks, language apps, or online courses. Here, the learner is actively engaged in understanding grammar rules, vocabulary, and pronunciation. While language acquisition feels as natural as breathing, language learning is more like running a marathon. It requires active effort, attention, and conscious cognitive processing. Individuals often rely on feedback, explicit instruction, practice, and memorization to improve their language skills. Each correctly formed sentence, each accurately expressed idea is a result of conscious analysis, error correction, and the application of learned rules. But what are the key differences between language acquisition and language learning? Firstly, age plays a crucial role. Language acquisition is a child's game, happening when the brain is at its most receptive. Language learning, however, can happen at any age, although it can be more challenging as we grow older. Secondly, the nature of input is different. Language acquisition thrives on natural exposure to a language-rich environment, while language learning is fueled by intentional exposure to language resources and study materials. Thirdly, consciousness levels vary. Language acquisition is largely an unconscious process, whereas language learning is a conscious and deliberate effort. Fourthly, fluency levels can differ. Language acquisition, with its natural and intuitive process, typically results in high fluency in the first language. Language learning, on the other hand, often requires significant time, practice, and effort, with varying levels of fluency. Lastly, the role of correction is distinct. In language acquisition, children acquire language skills without explicit correction of errors. In language learning, feedback and error correction are essential for improving language proficiency. However, it's important to remember that language acquisition and language learning are not mutually exclusive. A blend of both can indeed enhance the process of learning a second language. So whether you're a young child absorbing your first words or an adult tackling a new language, remember, every word, every sentence, every conversation is a step forward in this incredible journey of language acquisition and learning.